You've seen the memes, the cryptic symbols, the triangle with the all-seeing eye, whispers of a secret society controlling the world behind closed doors, celebrities allegedly signaling allegiance with hand signs, internet sleuths uncovering supposed plots on Reddit threads. But is any of it true? The idea of the Illuminati has transcended its obscure 18th century origins to become a pop culture juggernaut and global conspiracy theory. But where does fact end and fiction begin? In this article, we separate myth from reality, break down the actual history of the Illuminati, and explore why this idea continues to capture the public imagination. The real Illuminati of Bavaria. The original Illuminati was not a rumor or internet creation. It was a real organization, the Bavarian Illuminati, founded on May 1, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt, a professor of law at the University of Ingolstadt in Bavaria, modern-day Germany. Weishaupt's goal was radical for his time: to promote Enlightenment values, oppose superstition and religious influence in public life, and advance liberty and reason. The organization operated in secret, borrowing hierarchy and rituals from Freemasonry. It reportedly attracted several hundred to a few thousand members at its peak, including intellectuals and influential figures. The Illuminati's ideals aligned with the Enlightenment's push for rationalism, secularism, and civil liberties, challenging entrenched monarchies and the Catholic Church's control. In 1785, the Bavarian government banned all secret societies. Weishaupt was exiled, and the Illuminati was officially dissolved. Most surviving records confirm that the society disbanded within a few years. There's no verifiable evidence that this group survived beyond the late 18th century. Still, its legacy was only beginning. From obscurity to infamy. After the French Revolution in the late 1700s, fear of secret revolutionary societies spread across Europe and the United States. Conservative thinkers blamed secret groups for the uprising. That's when two influential figures, John Robison and Abbé Augustin Bérulle, published writings accusing the Illuminati of masterminding the French Revolution and plotting to overthrow all governments and religions. Robison's book, Proofs of a Conspiracy, 1797, and Bérulle's multi-volume work, Memoirs Illustrating the History of Jacobinism, described the Illuminati as an invisible hand behind historical upheavals. Although these claims were never supported with concrete proof, they ignited public paranoia and fueled anti-Enlightenment sentiments. In early 1800s America, Illuminati fears made their way into sermons, pamphlets, and political speeches, even influencing election rhetoric. The legend of a shadowy, all-powerful Illuminati was born, not from documented activity, but from anxieties over rapid change. Pop culture and the Illuminati. Fast forward to the 20th and 21st centuries, and the Illuminati has become more of a meme than a meaningful threat. It lives in music videos, fashion, TV shows, and viral TikToks. Accusations of Illuminati membership have been lobbed at everyone from Jay-Z and Beyoncé to world leaders, despite no proof. This transformation was supercharged by satirical works like The Illuminatus trilogy by Robert Shea and Robert Anton Wilson in the 1970s. The books intentionally blurred fact and fiction, parodying conspiracy thinking while ironically fueling it. Fans took the satire seriously. Internet forums and YouTube videos later took it even further, amplifying ideas with little regard for evidence. Today, Illuminati talk is everywhere, but most of it is unserious, symbolic, or tongue-in-cheek. It's a cultural meme, not a documented reality. Artists sometimes use Illuminati imagery for shock value or mystique. The triangle, the eye, the symbolism. These are aesthetic choices, not evidence of global conspiracy. The psychology of conspiracies. Why does the idea of a hidden elite pulling the strings remain so seductive? The answer lies in human psychology. People naturally seek patterns and narratives. Conspiracy theories provide comforting, if false, explanations for complex or chaotic events. When the world feels out of control due to war, economic collapse, political scandal, or pandemics, People crave answers. Conspiracy theories offer that. They simplify complexity. Belief in the Illuminati often spikes during times of societal upheaval. Social media platforms have intensified this trend. Their algorithms promote emotionally charged, engaging content. A flashy Illuminati theory garners more attention than a nuanced policy discussion. As users engage, platforms serve them more similar content, deepening the rabbit hole. Furthermore, distrusting institutions has become commonplace. From financial collapses to political corruption and media bias, many people feel betrayed by official narratives. The Illuminati narrative thrives in that environment, providing a mythological framework to explain real-world inequality and secrecy. No proof, just paranoia. Despite centuries of speculation, there is zero verifiable evidence of modern Illuminati. No documentation, no credible whistleblowers, no financial trails. Most claims rely on anecdotal sightings, symbolic interpretations, or hidden messages that are open to subjective speculation. Academic historians and scholars consistently refute modern Illuminati claims. Dr. Michael Barkin, an expert in conspiracy theory culture, classifies the Illuminati myth as a closed system of belief, meaning it's resistant to contrary evidence. If you disprove it, believers argue you're part of the conspiracy. In other words, once someone believes in the Illuminati, it becomes almost impossible to convince them otherwise. And because the alleged Illuminati is secretive and all-powerful, the lack of evidence becomes proof of its existence. It's a self-sealing myth. The elites you can see. That said, the obsession with the Illuminati reveals something important. People are right to question power. But rather than chasing imaginary shadow governments, we should look at visible power structures. Organizations like the World Economic Forum, central banks, lobbying groups, multinational corporations, and billionaires actually do exert massive influence. They shape policy, control resources, and dominate public discourse. But they do it openly, within systems built on laws, money, and access. Understanding real power means studying economics, history, and politics, not decoding hand signals or music lyrics. Real power brokers aren't hiding. They're on magazine covers, political donor lists, and Wall Street boards. What it says about us. Ultimately, the persistence of Illuminati beliefs says more about society than about any secret group. It reveals our distrust, our yearning for control, and our need for narrative. It's a symptom, not a cause. In many ways, belief in the Illuminati is a response to real inequality and opacity. People feel powerless, so they imagine a puppet master. They witness greed, injustice, and scandal, and construct a story to make sense of it. Ironically, this distracts from addressing the very real systems that create suffering and inequality. Instead of fearing fictional cables, perhaps our energy is better spent improving transparency, demanding accountability, and educating ourselves. The real world is full of injustice, inequality, and corruption. But the answers to it are in front of us, not hidden behind an eye in a pyramid. Modern echoes and digital rebirth. In recent years, social media has given the Illuminati concept a second life. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are flooded with videos analyzing music videos frame by frame, searching for symbols. Entire communities dedicate themselves to uncovering proof of Illuminati rituals in pop culture. This digital age fascination often targets celebrities, especially those in hip-hop, fashion, and entertainment. The narrative goes that fame and success are bought through allegiance to this secret group. Hand gestures, lyrics, and stylized imagery are offered as proof, despite being largely based on aesthetic choices or artistic themes. What's most fascinating is how this online revival reflects deeper questions about authenticity and control. Why do we associate success with compromise? Why do we doubt that someone could rise to power without external manipulation? The modern Illuminati meme speaks to our suspicion that the game is rigged, whether in Hollywood, politics, or Silicon Valley. So is it real? The historical Illuminati? Yes, it existed, briefly, centuries ago, and it was dismantled. The modern Illuminati conspiracy? There's no credible evidence to support it. It's a cultural phenomenon, a symbolic villain, and a lens through which people express real fears about control and injustice. Understanding that distinction is vital. The Illuminati isn't running the world, but real systems of power are. Let's focus on those. If you found this video insightful, consider sharing it with someone who's ever asked, is the Illuminati real? Let's replace paranoia with understanding and bring more facts into our collective conversations. Like, subscribe, or follow for more deep dives into culture, history, and myth-busting analysis. See you next time.